Okay, what's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here. Welcome back to another live reaction here on the channel. Sorry about that. I took a little bit of time to get this started. I was playing Dark Souls in the last few minutes of the game, and fuck! I hate that game, but I love it at the same time. Dark Souls is amazing. Like, I've never tried it before, but it's really, really that good. It's really, really good. I love it. You love it, but I hate it. Well, I would say I was playing the last few minutes because there wasn't too much going on in the last few minutes. It was almost game over because Colombia already obviously slowed down because of that huge start that they had against Poland. And they really took Poland out of the water by basically winning him 3-0. So very good job by Colombia in that one. And I just want to start off by saying that I was really surprised how Colombia actually were going to play today, because they decided to go with Yerry Mina instead of someone like Cristian Zapata or Oscar Murillo. Murillo played the very first match because it seemed that Mina was with a little bit of a low confidence due to his performances in Barcelona. He wasn't really ready to start. Peckerman thought perhaps that he had a little bit low confidence because he wasn't having the game time that he deserved. So he decided to go with Oscar Murillo. Then we saw Oscar Murillo playing a really bad match against Japan, and actually we were talking about Cristian Zapata perhaps coming in instead of someone like Murillo. Zapata, he wasn't also ready to start. He had an injury from AC Milan and he never could really get back in time to this game. So Peckerman decided to go with Yerry Mina. And Yerry Mina and Davinson Sanchez has been a pair of center backs who have been understanding each other for like ages now, because they've played all throughout the different categories of Colombian football, meaning that since sub-20 perhaps, the under-20 World Cup, they are still playing together. And it means that that's good for Colombia because they got two center backs who understand each other, especially now in an important match where obviously the most deadly player from Poland was somebody like Robert Lewandowski, a player who was the top goal scorer in qualifiers for the World Cup. So that's something very interesting to see, plus Yerry Mina gives you that extra physicality and height, something that not too many of the Colombians here they have. Sorry about that. Obviously Yerry Mina is not the most experienced nor more the also the more consistent player, but he had a very good match today, so we cannot tell him anything about that. And also plus he got the very first goal for Colombia to lead on the charts against Poland. That was a goal I actually shouted a lot, really a lot. I wanted Colombia to win really by much. I really wanted Colombia to do this, and they actually did. So very good job for Colombia, very good. And nothing, like, the start was amazing, although they looked a little bit shaky after that because Poland did decide to play a little bit further up the pitch. But after that, as soon as Colombia got the goal, I think they got the goal in the 40th minute. Yeah, they got it. In the first 20 minutes, it seems like it was kind of balanced game. But after that, Poland just decided to step back and defend, which is something I really do not understand. This is a system, a style of play, a footballing philosophy per se, if you want to call it that doesn't suit Poland too much, because Poland is this team that needs to look for Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a target man. You need to start trying to pressure to find out that player, to find out Lewandowski. You had somebody like Sadio Mane, for instance. Senegal has Mane. You have Chile has Alexis Sanchez. You have a fast player like that, a fast forward player who's going to be able to really be deadly on the counterattacks. That's what you want to look for, and that's where you can defend. But in the case of Lewandowski and Poland, they can't really defend because they're never going to reach Lewandowski. Lewandowski is not a player who's going to create anything. Okay, yes, he can create anything out of nothing, but he only can do that when he has the ball. And if Poland doesn't have the ball, then it doesn't make any sense how they're going to look how they're going to look for that man, their main man. That didn't make sense at all. They relied too heavily on Zielinski. And some people call Zielinski the next De Bruyne, and I even hear some people saying that Zielinski, how good he is. But to be completely honest with you, he has not played consistently this year as well under Napoli and under Sarri. And plus, I don't see from any of these two performances he's actually this good. Plus, the formation and the style doesn't suit him as well. So Poland, there's a really big thing there because you have a style of players that doesn't never fit with a formation. You had like 50% of the players in your formation, in your squad, Poland, work for one type of system, but the others doesn't. So you need to try and find a way to make all of them play together and play good. And that's something that I think Poland doesn't have. And I just want to tell you like an easy example to see how does it happen. Like, for instance, if you turn on FIFA, you know, FIFA 18, you turn it on and you look Poland and you try to play with a good formation that isn't a 4-4-2, you will be like, I cannot play a 4-4-2 and I cannot play a 4-3-3 with this squad. So how do I play? That's the same thing. There's not enough players in this squad to find out the system. This is an easy exercise you can do by yourself. You can try and take the Poland team and try to fit the best players all in the same formation that will work. It's impossible. You can't. It's really, really hard. You can play a 4-4-2 obviously because it's a game, you know, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be played in their best position. And that's what we see with people like Lewandowski and Zielinski. They're not really utilized as much. The same as I saw, for instance, South Korea with Heung-min Son. Sonaldo, whatever you want to call him, isn't really exploited as he should. And that's very sad to see because obviously we're missing now one quality player in Robert Lewandowski not really being in the World Cup anymore just after 2 matches and very, very poor performances from Poland. In the case of Colombia, this was much better. In the case of Colombia, we just saw that the main thing about Colombia, obviously losing a man against Japan, was that they weren't able to keep the ball as much as they should. And in this, the Peckerman decided to go with actually a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-2-2-2. In this sense, he decided to go with Cuadrado a little bit higher up the field and obviously throw to the right, while Falcao remained centrally. James Rodriguez was like a player between the space between Falcao and Cuadrado, where he's able to create and provide the passes that he normally knows how to, and obviously with his left foot, which is probably one of the best left foots in the world. For me, he's like up there with left foot, like actual passes with the left and actual shots with the left. He's really good up there. He's like really high up there, not Messi, but really high up there. And then you have Juan Fernando Quintero. Quinterito, how the commentator in the TV was saying, Quinterito for me was the man of the match. He was insane. He was really, really insane. Do you know the story about Quintero? Well, let me just really tell you about it. Well, he played in Porto, well, obviously in Colombia. Then he went on to Porto. And in Porto, he played good. He played really good in some Champions League games. Obviously, I knew him, but he decided to leave to actually follow a music career. And then he realized, fuck this. And he went back to football. But Porto was like, we don't want you. So they sent him to on loan, or they even sold him to River Plate. In River, he did absolutely incredible, and that's why he's back again here in the national team. And he cannot pass out the talent that he has, because he's a really, really good player. No matter how you see it, he's really that good. Quintero is just a player which at 25 years old, I feel he can have such a bright future ahead of him. But I think that little gap where he didn't do anything, where he was doing music, just really hurt him in the long run. I think Quintero is insane. He was really, really insane. Oh my god, the passes that he did, the ability to really think forward, like the next step, the next pass was impressive, really, really good. Most importantly, his ability to cut and penetrate through the deep midfield lines that obviously Poland set out for their team was also very, very insanely good. Like, he was amazing, especially when we take a look how he was directly involved in the 2 first goals. Obviously, we saw the amazing pass for the second one that actually led to one of the best shots I've seen from Falcao in a long time, with the outside of the 3 boots, and it was insane. Let me just see if you can hear this. If you know Spanish, you're gonna hear this. That's James Rodriguez.
Sí, bien, cuando tienes 11 y cuando puedes competir de tú a tú, creo que Colombia juega bien y hoy hemos estado de muy buena manera.
Gracias y felicitaciones.
Chao, chao.
Okay, he didn't speak much. Like, he really spoke shit. I thought he was gonna speak a little bit more juice to it, but there wasn't there. But well, James Rodriguez is still one of the most important players to Colombia, but I gotta say that the best player thus far for this World Cup for the Cafeteros is certainly Juan Quintero. Juan Fernando Quintero is absolutely insane. This match was absolutely crazy, and I think this is going to be the formation Peckerman should try and retry next one. Obviously, changing up Wilmar Barrios or even Abel Aguilar for Carlos Sanchez. I think that Carlos Sanchez just gives you that extra really work rate in the midfield. Aguilar was really but once he got injured, I gotta say that the change for Mateus Uribe was equally as good. Uribe is certainly a player with a little more a little bit more of an attacking minded sense, not really attacking, not really an attacking midfielder, but you know what I mean. A little bit more of distribution to the ball and obviously thinking forward. That's the more important thing. Most of the CDMs nowadays, like for example Krychowiak, he just likes to pass the ball to the left and to the right, but not really in front. And that's really something that most CDMs need to do nowadays. We take a look at the Matic, we take a look at Busquets, we take a look at Jorginho, we take a look at Fernandinho, Casemiro, all the CDMs nowadays, even Kanté, they like to pass the ball forward, and that's something that Uribe did very, very good. And I think that really forward like Colombia's attack. And I think that after that was the point in when Colombia really met their best team, and they did incredibly good. They really did incredibly good. So overall, I'm gonna be very excited to see Colombia progressing in this World Cup. Hopefully, I think that now it's going to be very difficult to see which team is certainly going to go through. Is it going to be Senegal? Is it going to be Japan? Is it going to be Colombia? Who knows? They're up 3 teams. I got to say that even if Japan loses, they're going to be with 4 points. And even if then Colombia wins, it's going to be with 1 point. Wait, it's going to go up to 7 points. No, 6 points. 7, what am I saying? And it's going to be all up to goal difference. It's going to be either, is it going to be Japan? Is it going to be Colombia? Is it going to be Senegal? Both Japan and Senegal are in the same goal difference with 1. Both has the same goals conceded and the same goals scored. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. And then Colombia can also reach the same thing. But if we take a look now at the goal difference, especially after this Colombia win, Colombia has a better goal difference in +2. So I think that Colombia, basically with this win, has actually secured themselves a spot. Even if they draw now with Senegal, they're still going to have... Oh, no. Interesting. A draw makes Senegal go through, but Colombia makes them match with 4. So it's going to be very interesting. Unfortunately, one of these teams are going to go out. Japan has played incredibly good, and I think they really deserve to go through. Senegal, the same. Colombia, equally the same. And this is exactly what I love about football. Like, for instance, we see some groups in which, like Denmark, for instance, because obviously I hate Denmark now. Denmark are Peruvian #1 enemy right now. And for instance, Denmark, I don't think they deserve to go through. You know what I mean? Like, Peru played better than them, and then Australia played better than them. Like, they really just managed to go through because they got the win against Peru in a very, very hard work match. So I don't know. Like, we take a look also at a team like Iran. Iran really, they got the result. Good job for them, but they played really bad in the first match against Morocco, and they did things to wear like unsportsmanship. And then they got the win against Spain. So it's really difficult to see which teams they deserve to go through and which teams doesn't. But in this one, it's very, very tough because I think both Senegal, Japan, and Colombia are teams I all want to see in the next round. But unfortunately, I can't. I think that Colombia now, with this one, I think they have the ability to draw against Senegal. And then I think that Poland and Japan will most likely draw. I could even see Japan beating Poland. I definitely see Japan beating Poland. You know what? So I'm going to say Japan goes through with 7 points. And then Senegal and Colombia is all going to go down to whether they draw. If they draw, Senegal goes through with 5 points. If not, Colombia goes out. Colombia needs to beat Senegal no matter what. And they can really not set up for a draw. So I think Japan and Senegal may go through. I really think they may go through. Depends on Colombia, really, because Colombia versus Senegal is going to be an absolute final for the team. It's going to be a final for both teams. So I think Japan are through. And I think between Senegal and Colombia, they're going to decide the last spot here. And obviously, one of these two teams are going to be faced in the second spot. Senegal will need to beat Colombia. I don't think Senegal has enough to beat Colombia, but I don't see them also having less to lose. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take that into consideration, and I'm really going to talk about it until tomorrow. Is there anything else I want to mention for this game? Let me take a look at the players quickly. Davison Sanchez, Ospina, Arias. Arias is such a good player, really. He should move to a bigger club. Like, Juventus was looking for a right back. They should have gone for Arias rather than someone like João Cancelo. João Cancelo should have remained with Inter. I hate when players do that. Like, they play 1 year with one team and they feel that they don't have any connection to them because they have only been on loan. Like, he's done amazing in Inter. João Cancelo should go to Inter, or now Inter should try and look for Santiago Arias because Arias is insanely good. He's such a good player. And let me just check his age because he's really surprising me. He's still playing in PSV. He's 25 years old. He's 25. He should move. Like this summer, like at this instant, he should move to somewhere else. Hell, I could have even had a Barcelona instead of Nelson Semedo. There are such good teams that need right backs. Fuck, he's young. He's really young. Which teams need right backs? Like, let me just check teams that Arias could go to. Like, my God, there are so many teams that they will need a right back. The right backs nowadays are so hard to come by. So freaking hard to come by. Let me take a look at the teams. Which teams will need a right back? Fuck, this isn't working. Okay, there we go. Manchester United need a right back. I think so, yeah, but I don't think they will go for someone like Arias. Liverpool, they need a right back. No, they got Trenty. Spurs need a right back. They got Trippier. They got Aurier. No. Arsenal need a right back. No. Borussia Dortmund need a right back. If Piszczek leaves, then, well, yeah. Barcelona need a right back. No. Chelsea need a right back. They got right back for Chelsea. They got Victor Moses and they got Sabacosta. Maybe there's something there. Bayern Munich, no, they got Kimmich. Kimmich is one of the best in the world. Milan need a right back. Yeah, no, Milan, they have Calabria, Abate, and Conti. So, fuck it. Yeah, they need better right backs, but I don't think they're going to go for someone like Arias. Inter Milan need a right back. Go to Inter, my God. Go to Inter. Go to Inter. Yeah, they need you so much right now. They need you. Go to Inter now. Like, now. Go. Find yourself a bigger club than PSV. My God, you're so good. Monaco need a right back. No, see, they got CDB. Everton need a right back. Coleman, 29 years old. Valencia need a right back. Go to Valencia. Fuck it, yes, go to Valencia. Go to freaking Valencia. That would be such a good move. Arias, Murillo, or Paulista, and Garay with Gaia. Boom, that's such a solid defense. Go to Valencia now, because Montoya, even though he was an ex-Barcelona player and I respect him, he's really shit. Like, there's a lot of chances this season where he gave away many goals. Go to Valencia now. Like, Arias, go to Valencia. I'm telling you, go to Valencia right now. Go. Leave Colombia camp. Go to Valencia right now and sign. Offer yourself to the club, because they're going to take you every single day of the week. They're losing Cancelo. Obviously, go to Valencia. Damn, Arias, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Go to Valencia. And yeah, something else, nothing. I really don't want to mention anything else. Colombia did play amazingly, and now they need to be worried, however, of the next match against Senegal, because they're not going to be tough. I think they need to try and play a little bit more attacking against Senegal, really, because Senegal are a team who are going to call you. They're going to say like, come. I'll let you have the ball, and they're going to pounce with Sarr. We haven't even really seen Keita Balde. We haven't seen Keita Balde. Interesting. Mané, Niang, they got such amazing talents up top. They're going to really hit you. So Colombia needs to try and find a way, because Colombia really likes to have the ball. So I don't see how they're going to fight it against Senegal. It's really interesting to see what Peckerman has in store for this next match. I'm certainly going to be watching for Senegal-Colombia, so I hope you too. Tomorrow, let me just check the fixture list and what matches do we have, so you can get ready and show up your popcorn, show up your beverages, your pizza deliveries, or whatever, because tomorrow we got Egypt versus Arabia Saudita or Saudi Arabia. What an amazing match. Nah, we got Uruguay versus Russia. Even though many people will say Uruguay will just beat Russia, I think Russia are confident. They're really confident, and I think Russia will be a good contender. Not to win the World Cup, but a good contender against Uruguay. Iran-Portugal is going to be very good. Watch that match. I really recommend you to watch that match, because that's going to be do or die for Iran and Portugal. And then we got Spain versus Morocco, where, even though Morocco is already eliminated, I think Spain will find it difficult to beat them. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. Please remember to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe. Just like always, please remember to turn on the bell notification icon, and remember to follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. Follow me on Instagram. That's our main hub there, so you can check the post for matches, you can check the post after matches, and really be with us for the journey that is the World Cup. 32 matches have already passed, and 32 await us, especially the most biggest and important of all, the final is on the way. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. Follow us for the entire journey. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.